All right, we should be live. What's up, guys? Just double checking right now. I was trying to go directly through the YouTube interface, but looks like I don't know what the heck's going on. I had to go through StreamYard. But anyways, we're live. Funny enough, the day that we got to go live with the Dark Pass, of course, we have some trouble. But hey, it is what it is, right? We're here. We're making it happen right now. How's everybody doing? We're just gonna wait for everybody to get in here. We got some great stuff piling in today on today's show. It's gonna be a quick one because I had to get ready to go for the Dark Pass launch. Um, yeah, so the Dark Pass is launching here in 45 minutes. So if you are not on the waiting list, now is the time. You are literally gonna run out of time. Go get on the waiting list right now. Go to thedarkpass.net, put your best email address in here, and just click yes, I want in. And this is gonna put you on the waiting list for the course. So let me explain what is the situation with the course now. Okay. So what you're gonna get is this right here. Okay. We have updated it. It is actually going to be, it's approximately 2 hours and 40 minutes of content just on female psychology. Okay. It is 2 hours and 40 minutes just on female psychology. Just that. Okay. I'm going to play you 2 sample modules here in a second to show you guys the quality of education that's going to be in this course. Okay. Then the 27 psychological video profiles of different women archetypes. These are going to be slowly released over the 5 days. Okay. These are not available yet. These are going to be slowly released over the next, over today, tomorrow, and the next 5 days. Here's the reason why. This is some really powerful stuff. And I don't want you guys just skipping the fundamental knowledge here in the 2-hour plus video course. I want you to watch this entirety of the course and get through with it, right? Then these will be slowly trickled out up until September 1st. Then on September 1st, we are going to review every single girl in these archetypes. We're going to give a complete breakdown in the Zoom webinar trainings, okay? I'm going to give a complete breakdown, all 7 psychological video profiles. You get access to the 100-Year Seduction webinar series. This is 10 webinar training courses where we're going to talk about all the different things about deep seduction, ultra deep seduction. Okay. And the guided seduction lounge. This is the Telegram chat, right? And this is going to be dedicated specifically to seduction and seduction only, right? You're going to be able to put your text messages, your screenshots, her bios, all the stuff you want us to help you profile. All of that is going to be in here, okay? Now, here's the updated schedule, okay? So September 1st, we're going to go down, we're going to break down all 27 profiles first. Then we're going to begin the presentation from Mateo from Attraction Japan. He's going to be talking about the sinister reality of female psychology. Next day is me, Jonathan, from modernlifedating.com. We are going to talk about incremental indoctrination, okay? This will probably be a minimum 2-hour long as well. September 3rd, King Dre is going to be in the house. He's going to be talking about developing an attractive personality, okay? September 4th, Red Pill Thor is going to be talking about the art of dread game. September 5th, 9 p.m., Troy Francis is going to be talking about Dark Triad game. September 6th, 9 p.m., Paul from Apex Mindset is going to be talking about hypnotic voice patterns for seduction. September 7th, 9 p.m., Sterling Cooper is going to be talking about controlling her mind with dirty talk. September 8th, Mateo from Attraction Japan is talking about dominant sexual escalation. September 9th, Red Pill Thor is going to be talking about creating dominant masculine presence. And the September 10th, Alpha Kingdom's currently in Africa at the moment. So he's going to get to us with his. But this is going to be, if you guys know Alpha Kingdom, you know it's going to be really good. Okay. So these are going to be all included in the course. So you're going to get 3 hours, minimum 2 hours here. So 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21, a minimum of 21 hours of live coaching. Okay. Minimum 21 hours of live coaching. You're going to get 2+ hour video course on female psychology. Okay. So that puts your training up to 23 hours. And then 27 psychological video profiles of women archetypes. Each of these is about 3 minutes long, 3 to 5 minutes long. So assuming they're 3 minutes right there, that's going to put it over another hour. So you're going to get a minimum of 30 hours of coaching, absolute minimum. And to top it off, you're going to get access to the Guided Seduction Lounge. This Telegram chat is going to be open for 4 whole months, the whole month of September, the whole month of October, the whole month of November, and the whole month of December. 4 months of training. Okay. All of that, and it is going to be $19.97. That is $1,997. It is a steal, especially regarding the quality of content that is going to be in this course. All right. Now, in addition to that, currently, the amount of people on the waiting list is pretty insane. Let's just talk about and verify this number live for everybody. The current amount of people on the waiting list is okay. 294 people are on the hard opt-in. That's people who went to darkpass.net and put their information in. Okay. Now we're running ads on Facebook as well. Thanks for subscribing. And the people on Facebook is 163. So you're going to be able to team up with over 450 men to compare notes, study chicks from around the world, and learn from now until the end of December in a concentrated manner. Okay. To top it off, you guys know my Zoom webinar training is second to none. It's going to be ultimate top tier stuff. So the only way you're going to get notifications is you need to go right here to the darkpass.net, get on the waiting list right now, because this email is going to go out here in approximately 30 minutes. And that is the fastest way to receive notifications. Now, I've got 2 samples here that I'm going to play. And we're going to play the first one right now. I'm not going to waste any time. If you have any questions, put them in the chat. But taking a look here, we're going to go to the first. Let's do full screen. Okay. Here's the first one. How to handle disrespect. Now, disrespect is going to be interpreted in this deep seduction philosophy as her violating your boundaries. Now, you there watching me right now, your boundaries are different than my boundaries. And if you're a man with no boundaries, good luck having success with women. You just might as well turn off this course and go be a doormat for the rest of your life, because nothing is ever going to work if you have no boundaries. Okay. What a boundary is your standards for a relationship. For example, let's talk about something pretty common here in the modern day. A girl that is posting half-naked photos of herself daily on Instagram after you have made it official that you are exclusively seeing each other, right? This is a common boundary not established in the modern day and age. Now, as a man, you are entitled to have these boundaries. Okay. She is not entitled to you just bowing down to her and giving into her every whim. Because even if you do that, it's only a matter of time before she loses attraction and leaves you. Okay. So you must have boundaries. Now, we're not saying here at the Dark Past that every woman must bow down and worship every single thing that you say. However, we are saying that if a woman wants special access to you, to the positive masculine experience that you're going to be providing to her, she has to abide by your boundaries. And that is 100% okay. Now, in a relationship, if the boundaries are not clearly stated in the beginning by you, the man, then you're going to have some trouble along the way. Now, the further the relationship goes, the stronger you will be able to establish your boundaries. But there is an absolute specific way that you must adhere to, which is the following. We're going to cover that right now. Okay. So first things first, the boundary is violated. Okay. As soon as the boundary is violated, you have to immediately notify her that the boundary was violated. Now, how you notify her is, for example, let's say she's messaging a guy friend, and she's going out with this guy and meeting him, right? And even though she's your girlfriend, she's always going out with this guy friend. And your internal compass just doesn't feel good about this. You're just like, oh, I just don't feel good about this. I don't like this whatsoever, right? You have to let her know in a calm and peaceful manner, because remember, we're not getting emotional at all. I'm going to say something along the lines of, hey, listen, I know you're going out with this guy friend of yours, and I'm really I don't agree with this, and I just don't like the way the situation is being handled right now, and it doesn't really make me feel good, right? Just very, very simple. And then you move to the next and most important stage. You ice her, okay? You just send that last message and you wait for compliance, all right? One of two things is going to happen. Either she will not reply to you, not respond to you, which is a huge sign of disrespect on her end. This is her basically saying, I don't care about what you think. And now you know where this woman stands in your life, and you should definitely lower her priority in your life, if not completely get rid of her, okay? Or wait for her to contact and apologize, or wait for her to reach out with an olive branch saying, hey, can we talk? Okay, what's going on? I didn't know you felt like this, okay? The more the girl is into you and the more she likes you, the more sincere and the faster this is going to happen, okay? If she's on the fence about you or she doesn't respect you as much, don't be surprised for a week to go by, a couple days to go by, to hear absolutely nothing for her. And sometimes they'll reach out to you in a sense of like, oh, hey, I was looking at blenders and I wanted to know your opinion on the Ninja versus the not Ninja, right? What this woman is really doing is reaching out to you, trying to communicate, saying like, hey, I want to talk. I understand that there was a prior issue. I felt the lack of your presence. I didn't like the way it feels, so I'm attempting to come back into your life. This is a great stage. This shows that she is falling deeper into your frame and that your dark seduction is absolutely working. When she comes back, you communicate, you clarify the boundary, okay? If you do not clarify the boundary is going to get violated again, and you're going to go through this whole pattern again and again and again. And each time that you go through it and you don't reestablish your firm boundaries, you're going to lose her, because she's going to lose respect for you. And if she loses respect for you, she can't love you. If she can't love you, she doesn't want to be with you, okay? So clarify the boundary, all right? After the boundary is clarified, You guys have the makeup sex, everything's good, she loves you, but baby, I love you too, I can't be without you, right? All is fine and dandy in the world. Then you go back and you resume your seduction, you resume your plan, okay? Now, if this is done correctly, the number of times your boundaries are going to be violated, it will go down. It will absolutely go down if you effectively establish this clearly and masculinely in her eyes. If when you immediately notify her of the boundary being broken here, if you throw a temper tantrum, do childish stuff like unfollow her on Instagram, block her on Facebook, make passive aggressive posts like, oh, you know, if a woman really loves you, she shouldn't have any guy friends. Do little things like this. It's childish, it's anti-seductive, and you're quickly just opening the door for your own exit, okay? But if this is effectively communicated and effectively reinforced by you, you don't bow down to her, because some women will test you. Some women will be like, well, you know, it's 2021 and I should be able to have male friends. But yeah, you can have those male friends, but you won't have me, because this is my boundary. Calmly communicate like that. And if she walks, she walks. You on to the next one. Most women, if you have money, muscles, game, frame, you're providing that masculine, positive, protective atmosphere for her. Most women, believe you me, they'll throw their belief system right out the wall, right out the door for a man like that. So you'll see, as you reinforce this, less boundaries will be violated, and this circle will become less frequent. However, the opposite is absolutely true. If you do not establish your boundaries, the frequency of this cycle, especially this point here, boundaries being violated, this will increase, the intensity will increase, and eventually she's going to leave you. So it's up to you as a man to handle disrespect in a very strategic, non-emotional manner. Thanks so much. I'll see you in the next module. So that's one of the modules that are included in the 2-hour and 40-minute long female psychology section. I'll give you a quick look at the female psychology section right here. And like I said, over the next couple of days, we'll be trickling out the 27 female archetypes as well. So here you can see these are the deep psychological seduction methods. We have introduction, legal disclaimer here. Deep seduction philosophy, control your emotions, profile her psychologically. How to handle disrespect, you just watched that. How to compliment her, find out why she likes you. The power of ice, know her love language. The simp pass, approaching with balls, morality in the 2 paths, true core confidence, tension and release. 3 modes of interaction, defining and enforcing your boundaries. This is important. Turning the screws, manufacturing drama, indoctrination regimen, dark escalation and trauma navigation, sexual dominance, the art of capturing souls. What data is she consuming? Understanding her trauma, life story, date strategy. This is really powerful. I'm not going to play this on YouTube. Never chase her validation, how to use your phone. Toxic drama is too powerful. This ties into manufacturing drama. Okay. Suffering in silence, investments in the relationship. This is really important. Confrontation equals adjustment. Never scold a woman. Weak male behaviors. Okay. And then we have the introduction here for the female archetype seduction guides. And there'll be 27 of these added onto the course as it trickles out through the next couple of days. So again, the quality of the information you see is extremely high. And again, when you sign up, you get all of this stuff right here. Okay. So you get the 2-hour plus video course on female psychology. We're going to show you one more module about that next. Okay. 27 psychological video profiles on different women archetypes. the 100-Year Seduction webinar series, and then the Guided Seduction Lounge, which is a Telegram chat, which gives you 4 months of free coaching via Telegram chat, where you can put in your picture to help you build a better guide, image consulting. You can put in her profile so we can give her a psychological profile for you if you can't profile her. You can put your text messages in there so we can help you with your text message game. All of that stuff's in the Guided Seduction Lounge. And then the webinars. So remember, keep an eye on these webinars. These are all lessons that you get for free, right? So on September 1st, we're going to do an in-depth breakdown of all 27 psychological profiles that we provided to you in the course, right? Me and Mateo are going to break all of them down. Okay. So that alone is going to be about an hour and a half. Then Mateo's going to do his presentation about the sinister reality of female psychology. That's also going to be about an hour. Then after that, the panel will be completely open to questions and answers. Any question, anything about dating, sex, relationship, seduction, holding frame, you name it, we're going to cover it every single day. Okay, so it goes presentation, which you see here on the screen, and then directly to Q&A. The Q&A is open to anything that you want to talk about in relating to seduction, game, women, sex, all that stuff. It's all seduction and game related. So every single day, there's going to be open Q&As, and every question will be answered. So like I said, we have 450 people on the cumulative waiting list now. Honestly speaking, every day is probably going to be 3 hours, maybe 4 hours long of coaching you get absolutely for free with the course when you sign up over these next 5 days. Okay. Now, in addition to that, okay, you may be thinking, I may not have questions, but other people will have questions. And when you listen in on those questions, you're going to learn as well. People are going to ask questions that you didn't even think to ask. And by just participating in listening in a passive manner, you too will be able to gain so much knowledge 100% for free. Okay. So in addition to that, we're going to go to the next module. So I have partnered up with my man, Mateo from Attraction Japan. And you're going to see his module right now talking about tension and release. So let's go to that one right now.
Tension and release. These are the two sides of the emotional coin, and you do need both in order to advance the relationship. A relationship with no worry, fights, tension, or drama is not a relationship with depth, right? And if you never fight, you aren't able to overcome adversity together, right? The key is to master how and when to build tension and release it. You can think of it like a steam valve or like a hot air balloon, right? Hot air balloon, essentially, this starts on the ground and it wants to go up, right? But sometimes you need to release some of it too. So it could be like a steam valve, or it could be a hot air balloon, whatever helps you visualize it. But over time, essentially, you can think of it, if you have too little tension, it means you're just going to drop. The balloon's not going to fly. You're going to essentially descend into either she's going to be bored of you or she's just going to think you're friends, right? Now, if you successfully apply attention, if you apply tension, it will eventually increase to the point where you're able to have sex with her initially, right? And later down the road, have a relationship with her, right? If you go too quickly, some girls will get essentially anxious or scared, and she's just going to leave. She's going to be like, damn, this guy's like really pushy, really aggressive, right? So you need this balance of tension and release. And some places people think of this as comfort or something like that, at least the release of tension. I like to think of it just in terms of tension and release, right? So, and you can think of it as every time you try to bring her into isolation, or every time you make a move on her, she's going to feel a little bit of tension, right? And if it's too fast, if it's too much too soon, she's going to pull the release herself, which could mean she's going to be like, sorry, I'm going to go, I'm going to leave, right? So you need to be able to diagnose her particular range, her of tension with which she can accept right off the bat. So some girls will not be able to, they won't like you touching them within the first 30 minutes, and they will clam up, they will get nervous and anxious and leave. Whereas other girls will be happy right from the, maybe 5 minutes in to even kiss you or something like that, right? So you do have to be able to diagnose her own sense, what range of tension she's able to essentially tolerate without running away. And you need to apply that. So as you're escalating on her, as you're moving the interaction towards sex, right, you need to be able to read her and be like, is this too much too soon? And if it is, just chill a bit, release the tension, release the valve, and then continue going on your upward journey, right? So you don't want to go too quick, or else she's going to feel like, damn, this guy's really pushy, really rapey or whatever. You don't want to go too slow, or she's going to be like, damn, this guy's boring as fuck, right? All the tension deflates the balloon and goes back down to ground zero, right? So, and this also happens in relationships. So you want to make sure that the relationship is exciting enough, it has enough emotional quality, emotional character to it, that it keeps things exciting. So this, you want to make sure to keep things stay fresh over the course of the relationship. And if it seems like too peaceful of a relationship, you might want to instill some drama in it, right? And we'll get into that in a later module. But what are some tension building behaviors and tension breaking behaviors, right? So building and breaking. So some tension building behaviors: holding eye contact with her, right? Not being the first person to look away, right? So there's eye contact. And holding it. And the flip side would be looking away, right? Another example of a way to build tension is to have pauses in your sentences. If she asks you a question, have a pause and then respond. Examples of breaking tension would be talking quickly, right? Talking quickly, nervously, or responding immediately with no pause at all, right? Right? So in general, most guys, especially if they have a lack of confidence, they tend to do these kinds of things. If there's a beautiful girl in front of them, they tend to immediately look away. They'll hold eye contact for a second and then flick their eyes away, right? They'll talk quickly to fill the gap. They'll think, if I'm not talking quickly, she's going to get bored. She's going to walk away. They don't have the entitlement to put a pause in their conversation, right? So most guys are going to be starting with this as kind of the default tension breaking behavior. This is why guys get friend zoned, right? So if you're not trying to get friend zoned, think about doing this, right? So underwater movements. Versus twitchy or fast gestures and movements, right? Somebody who moves slowly, who talks with pauses, you can think of it just like they're a sultan. They're a king in their kingdom, right? If you're a sultan, you're not going to be worried that the person you're talking to is going to walk away, right? They're definitely going to listen to you. You're the sultan. They could get beheaded, right? So all of these behaviors are behaviors of someone who does not expect the attention of the person that's in front of them. Whereas these behaviors are behaviors of someone that knows that the person they're talking to will stay there and listen to what they have to say, right? So another example is touching, right? Escalation, right? Moving away. Right? push and pull. Other examples, right? So this is the navigation that you want to do. Essentially, these are not, by and large, these are not good behaviors to have, but they do balance it out, right? So if you hold eye contact forever, you're just going to look like an autist or a sociopath or something. You do eventually have to break eye contact, right? You can't just keep staring at them forever, right? If you do touch them, it's okay, but you do have to pull back as well, right? So if you touch them, cling onto them, and sometimes you see guys in the club or when they get back to the house, all they have is one gear, and that's forward. They're just like latched on like a limpet, like an oyster, and they don't even like give some space, right? Pull back a bit, let her chill for a second, release the steam valve, and get used to your touch the next time, right? So this is the balances. This is what people talk about when they talk about push-pull. And eventually, if you navigate this correctly, you're going to first have sex with her and then eventually have a relationship, and a long and happy relationship as well. All right, guys, that is tension and release and how to guide the hot balloon of love into your bedroom and beyond.
Shit. I was going in, man. Anyways, so thanks so much for watching that. Going back to the Justin S with the $5, dude. Thank you so much for sending that. So, anyways, I was just gonna say that's fire right there. What he just dropped right there is fire. Thank you, Giga Chad. Don't know. Appreciate. So, what I'm trying to say is that, uh, that is just the tip of the iceberg. Okay, he's good. He's really good. Now you know why we brought everybody on board. And to top it off, well, if you thought that is good, what you just saw right there, what you'll see in the rest of this course is seriously going to be, it's going to blow your fucking mind. Because it's just a beginning of the whole thing, right? That's just the beginning of the whole spectrum. Like if you can't get like these like Shinigami eyes, like these red pill eyes that I have and King Dre and stuff had. If you watched yesterday the Fresh and Fit companion broadcast, you saw clear as day, like me and Dre know exactly what we were talking about. We were able to predict that those girls were using drugs, so they admitted on the show. We were able to predict that that girl had daddy issues and trauma, and she liked the trauma that she was in. The white girl with the white blonde girl, and clear as day that was stated as well. Um, you're not, the probability of you figuring this out on your own is literally less than 1%. And the information that we have in the video format here, if you think that's good, wait until we actually can see you and see the girls you're dealing with and give you a tailored approach. Nobody's doing this on the internet. Nobody's better than me when it comes to this stuff. And to the team that I've put together. There's nobody better. There's nobody better, period. Okay. I don't care that I don't have like 1 million subscribers and I don't have all these fancy doohickeys and all that stuff. I'm the best ever when it comes down to this stuff. Okay. I was able to do 7 figures with my course, all my courses in 2 years. Okay. Top 0.01% teachable. Okay. That explains everything right there. That being said, there is no other way for you to get better than right here, going to darkpass.net, because we're going to sort you out 1,000%, 10,000%. Okay. And, look, like, I guess, and I'm not, this is like not a sneak diss, or I'm not like start anything, but like, take a look at Myron Gaines and Fresh to Fit podcast, right? Yes, he has game. Yes, he's a good guy, but the way he texts that bitch, Anna, the Anna Quinn bitch, bad game. Bad game. And, just because somebody has a massive platform doesn't mean that they are the king of kings when it comes to fucking game. And the world has kind of been shown like, hey, he has some work that he needs to do. Fine. And that's fine. We all have work to do. But I'm telling you, like, even guys like him are making mistakes. And it is what it is, right? I'm telling you, those mistakes are covered in depth in this course. You will not make mistakes like that. You will clearly understand female psychology, the types, and everything. I have one example that I'm going to show you of the female breakdowns. This is one archetype of the 27 archetypes that we are going to be breaking it down. So take a look here.
The wine bar girl. Now, the wine bar girl might be a grown-up version of a party girl, or she could be an older version of various other archetypes. She's probably tired of going on endless one-night stands, and she knows she's past her sexual prime. She's usually 26 or above, all the way up to maybe 35, and she sees the prime of her youth slipping away. She no longer gets as many eyes looking at her as she's walking down the street. Not as many people are trying to hit her up, take her out, and she feels this every day slightly decreasing. So she's set on maximizing the dates she still can get, angling for wine bars, tapas, steak dinners, sushis, etc. She's engaged in quantitative easing of the vagina, aka printing more currency in a desperate effort to save her sexual market value. She tries to pawn off the older and less prime version of herself for more money, time, and dates than she used to give out when she was in her late teens and early 20s, when she might be more likely to put out on the first day you meet her, because she simply didn't care. She knew she was valuable, she has high sexual market value, so she doesn't need to worry about artificially waiting longer to sleep with a guy. But now that she's in her mid to late 20s or early 30s, she's quote unquote smarter, quote unquote more woke. She is actually usually a better conversationalist, but she tends to think a bit too highly of herself, and also what sort of price tag she can demand. So she artificially tries to purposefully wait to sleep with the guy. SNL potential. It's a medium. You might be able to catch her and quickly whisk her off to your place the same night, especially if you meet her out, on the same day. She's had a couple of drinks. She's maybe said goodbye to the guy who she's trying to make wait. If you swoop in at the right time and the right moment after she's had her daily fun meter filled up, yeah, it could go down that same day. However, she's often in the habit of dragging out the sex until the second date or later, once she gets enough whining and dining and disqualifies enough guys who don't meet all her criteria. And I should mention those criteria tend to increase the older she gets and get more arbitrary as well. Chances are she'll hold out a bit before letting you hit. LTR desirability. She actually does want an LTR and will often mention this frequently. However, the question you should ask is, do you want an LTR with her, a relationship with her? She will generally be pretty accommodating and intelligent, and if she
You
still
guys
has
don't
enough
donate
humility and
$100 right now.
femininity left,
You're a beta
she can
male.
make a
You're
good
a cuck.
long-term
You're blue
relationship.
pill for
But
life.
unfortunately,
send me
some of them are spoiled
$1,000
too
in
much by
donation
male
right
attention
now.
and increased standards for a worse quote-unquote product. If she's on the younger side, she's good for a relationship, but once they cross the big 3-0, they tend to decrease in desirability and increase in demands. So your effort will probably be spent looking for one of the other archetypes. Parental instinct. Overall, they tend to want to have a serious relationship, get married, and have kids. Some might not, but the tendency is there. Once locked into a relationship and on the path to children, make sure to keep control of the relationship and don't let her take over, as these girls can be a bit domineering. They are, after all, used to stringing guys along for several dates and asserting themselves over time. And chances are, again, if she's spending all her time on these nice dates, she's probably going out with some reasonably successful guys. So she's used to most of the games guys play, and she tends to know her way around these sort of relationships. So you have to make sure to maintain your frame and control in the relationship. Loyalty. If she's determined you're a good mate, she will actually tend to be more loyal than the younger or more free girls who, they're used to messing around. And she'll tend to do this because, well, she's been there before. And so in that sense, yeah, she's reasonably loyal. Maintenance level. Depending on the quality of whining and dining she's used to, she can actually be quite high maintenance. At the same time, she does know in the back of her mind she only has a few more years of youth before looks really start to fall off, so she will try to be a model girlfriend most of the time. However, you might have to temper her expectations a bit as to how much, again, whining, dining she's going to get with you if you're not into that kind of thing. And pressure point. Her pressure point is her age. She knows her age and her beauty are on the decline, and this is why she's trying to maximize, again, the amount of dates that she goes on, amount of nice dates that she goes on before she fears she might end up with a less attractive guy than the ones she's slept with in the past.
All right. So that's just a sample of what you'll get. That is one of the 27 female archetypes that will be handling in the Dark Pass. Go get on the waiting list right now because I'm about to send the email out for people to sign up. Mustang 449 Great British Pounds. I really want to join, but is it useless until I have enough value as a man to capitalize on this knowledge? The fact that you asked me that question alone shows me that you don't understand game. Should I build my money and muscle first? No. Okay? Because what you're telling me is I need money and muscle in order to get girls. No, all you need to do is have game and understand women. You understand what goes up here, you can control what goes down there. Okay? Control the mind, you control the pussy. It's that simple. There's no ands, ifs, or buts about that. You have to understand we live in an era of dudes that are super soy, super weesh. Okay. They lay down and they take whatever is given to them. All right. They don't have a backbone. They don't know how to be a real man. We're going to teach you how to be the fucking internally solid man that she wants. Okay. It doesn't matter how much money some dude has, some or status, whatever. If a girl gives me a time of day, I know it's game over. I know it's 10,000% game over if she gives me a time of day. I don't need money, bro. I've been the majority of girls I picked up with, I didn't have fucking cash. All right. Now I have money, muscles, fame, game maxed out. Now it's on easy mode. Okay. So no, you shouldn't. And the fact that you want to lead with your body and money is real red flag, man. Real red flag. Okay. So that being said, no, you do not want to be waiting. You want to get it done as soon as possible. Okay. Now, again, we are about to go live. All right. And I'm going to upload this. And we're going to trickle out. There's a couple of the girls, the girl archetypes that are being pumped out right now. And they are being trickled out. Looks like we'll have 3 to 5 today. And then they'll be all out by September 1st. Because again, like, I know how you guys are. I know how you have, like, majority of guys are going to go straight to the girls and be, oh, look at the girls, right? And it's like, no, like, you have to watch the fundamental stuff. You have to come to the webinars. You have to participate in the Telegram chat. But if you do all that stuff, I am telling you, like, guys, when I went to film the Dark Pass the other day, right? We were filming. Mateo was having a party upstairs, and then I was downstairs, sober, filming them and, like, doing my job, right? And when I just walked into the room, right, my very presence, okay, was felt by these girls. And these girls were, like, looking at me with, like, puppy dog eyes and just like, hi, where are you from? Nice to meet you. My name's Riho, blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, I'm used to it now. It's like, it doesn't even phase me. I'm just like, you better fucking recognize, bitch, you know? And I'm telling you, you can have that power too. I'm 35, guys. I'm a goddamn dinosaur in this game. All right. And I've been doing this shit forever. So go to thedarkpass.net, put your email address in right here, and click yes, I want it. The only way you're going to be able to get the sign up link is through email. I'm going to send out the email here, like, literally in like 5 to 10 minutes. So that's everything you get. I'm going to clarify it one more time. Okay. One more time. This is everything that you get. And then I'm going to go off the air. Okay. So you get 2-hour plus video course on female psychology. Okay. 27 psychological video profiles on different women archetypes. The one we just reviewed was 5 minutes long. Okay. You do the math. 100-year seduction webinar series, which is the 10 in-depth days of seduction breakdown, including all of the top seducers from around the world with over 100 years of experience. Then the guided seduction lounge. This is a Telegram chat where you get in and we go deep into the philosophy, the principles, and the understanding of deep seduction. The webinar schedule is here. So on September 1st, we're going to go an in-depth breakdown of all 27 types so you completely understand the type you're getting into. September 1st, after that, Mateo from Attraction Japan will give his presentation. This is the sinister reality of female psychology. After that, in the same day, we are going to be giving the complete breakdown of all your questions in the Zoom session. Every single day after, we will do presentation and answer every question. Presentation, answer every question. Okay, no stone will be left unturned. And we are going to answer every single question that you guys have. So this is all you're going to get right here as well. 20 plus hours of live in your face coaching. Okay. So that being said, go to thedarkpass.net, get on the waiting list. You've seen it all. It's time to make the choice, and the choice is taking action to make yourself a better man so you could finally get over all this nonsense and being left in the dark when it comes to females. No more. It is time for you to become a master.